This play has an 85% chance to win in the World Cup final, and I'm going to hammer it. I'm also going to explain to you guys exactly what that bet is in the final and why it's the best bet in the entire game. All right, so we got the World Cup final. All right, we got Spain, we got Argentina. So before I get into exactly what is the bet that I'm going to hammer in the World Cup final, make sure you guys throw down in the comments who you guys are betting on too, because I know a lot of you guys are going to be betting on a lot of random stuff, but throw it down in the comments because I like to see exactly what you guys are betting on after I give you my advice of what I'm going to be putting my money on. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the basic odds here right now, okay? We got Spain, they are minus 150, and Argentina is plus 130. Now this is to advance, okay? There's nowhere to advance though because it's gonna win. All right, this is the Hoist a Cup. But what this means is they could win the game just outright, okay? That's what that means. A lot of people have made the mistake in this World Cup, and I've noticed this, that a lot of people have been going with the money line and they don't pick the to advance, to win bet. And guys, this right here will doom you in soccer. It just will, because it's a three-way bet, okay? After 90 minutes, especially now where you got the semifinals and the final, like when it comes down to the last couple games, the defense is really tightened up. So the odds are, you know, a game could go 1-1 or 0-0 at the end of 90 minutes. And if you're betting the money line, you're getting completely screwed there, okay? So never bet the money line when it comes to soccer, because you don't want to mess with ties. You don't want to deal with all that, okay? Make sure you're looking at the to advance button, or to qualify, or to win, or to hoist the cup, all right? Any of that. That's what you want to look at, okay? Over-under in this game right now is currently at 2.5, okay? That number's about basic. That's basic number that usually you're going to get with the World Cup soccer game, okay? That's not a qualifying matchup. Something in the final, you're going to get a pretty decent number just like that. But what if I told you that the 85% projected play has nothing to do with either of these? Now, if you watch most of my content, you probably wouldn't be shocked, because you know I like to dive deep into a game to find out where we can find an edge. And where that edge is going to lie is in the second half. Argentina has redefined the second half team archetype during this tournament. Okay, out of their 19 total goals, a staggering 12 have arrived after the 75th minute of normal time. This isn't just a trend, it's their identity. In the semifinal against England, they trailed until the 85th minute before Enzo Fernandez equalized and Lautaro Martinez found the winner in stoppage time, which was an insane game if you watch that. Their ability to turn up the heat late in matches is driven by Lionel Messi's energy conservation. He spends 64% of the match walking, which is the highest share of any player, specifically to explode in the final 45 minutes. Now, Spain, while known for their defensive impenetrable wall, has shown a consistent ability to find the net in the second half, as those teams that they're going against end up tiring from chasing their 63.7% average possession. In their 2-0 semifinal win over France, Pedro Porro's decisive strike came in the 58th minute. Spain's depth is a major factor in this matchup. Luis de la Fuente frequently introduces explosive options like Nico Williams and Mikel Merino, who has two late winners in the second half to exploit fatigued defenses. The tactical setup for the final suggests a cagey opening followed by an expansive second half. Argentina's manager Lionel Scaloni is expected to pack the midfield with four bodies. They're going to try to disrupt Spain's rhythm early. This ugly tactical approach often leads to low-scoring first halves, evidenced by Argentina's semifinal against England, which was the first in World Cup history to have 0 shots in the opening 30 minutes. However, the second half is where the game will break open. There is also an extended halftime show that's 20 to 26 minutes long, and with the expected heat to be about 82 degrees with humidity as well, this should lead to heavy legs in the latter stages. Spain's superior fitness will likely force Argentina to take more risks or succumb to Spain's relentless passing carousels. Furthermore, Argentina has failed to keep a clean sheet in the last 5 matches, while Spain has scored in every game except their opener. With Messi chasing his second consecutive title and Spain looking to cement their invincible status, the desperation of the final 45 minutes historically leads to goals. 4 of the last 5 World Cup finals have seen second half action that has shifted the result. So what we're going to focus on here is we're going to look at the second half alternate goals, total goals, over 1, okay? We just need 1 goal in the second half to be able to get this. It doesn't even, on the top layer, it doesn't even sound that difficult, right? It sounds like something that has an 85% chance of winning. Well, we're going to break down exactly the odds too, so I'll show you the odds comparison to see what is the edge that we actually have on this matchup. Now, before I dive deeper into the exact edge that you're going to have on this bet, if you guys want to know who's going to win this game, if the total is going to go over under, who's going to score any of the goals, and you have no idea, without guessing, all you got to do is use the Linemaker AI, which is built to give you the answer in seconds with all my ideology back behind it. If you want a free trial for the World Cup to see exactly who's going to win, make sure you guys click the link in the description to start your free trial. So that way you can see exactly all the power behind the Linemaker AI and you don't have to guess anymore. Even if you know nothing about soccer, you'll be able to actually win. Now let's take a look in the World Cup so far. How many times Spain and Argentina have been able to score in the second half? Okay, Spain, we got 5 out of 7. Argentina, we have 7 out of 7 because we know they are a second half team for sure in this World Cup. They've scored 7 out of 7 times in the second half. They scored at least 1 goal. Okay, 5 out of 7 for Spain. So that gives us a 100% rate here for Argentina and about a 71% rate for Spain. Okay, we split the difference here. We're getting about 85%. Now let's talk about what the odds are on this play. Okay, the odds are minus 300, which has an implied probability of 75%. But we have a what? True probability of 85%. Thus giving us what? A plus 10% edge. All right, so what are we looking for? We're looking for a second half goal of any sort. That's what we need. We just need a team to score in the second half and we will clear this bet. The edge is on our side. The probability is on our side. Now it's just time for the teams to go out there and do what needs to be done for us to be able to cash this bet. I do want to address something. When I say I'm going to hammer this bet, that doesn't mean I'm going to take half my bankroll. I'm not going to take all of my bankroll. I'm not going to take 25% of my bankroll and put it on this matchup. That means for me, when I say I'm going to hammer something, that's 5% of my bankroll. Okay? I'm not going to hammer with my full bankroll. You should never do that. Okay? 1 to 5%. If you're going to hammer something, 5%. That's the most you should ever go on one single play. Okay? Stick in that range between 1 to 5% because anything can happen. And you've got to have bullets left in the chamber to keep going. Because what happens is people get very excited about finals games, whether it be the final, the Super Bowl, any big championship game. And they'll take their whole entire bankroll and they'll put it on a game. The next thing you know, they lose and now they have nothing to do. They have no money left to make that money back whatsoever. That's not how this game works. Okay, if you're going to put in a big bet needs to be 5% of whatever your overall bankroll is. Okay, if your bankroll is 10,000, if it's 20,000, 30, 100, go off of that. Do not go off of just, I have $300 in my name, so I'm going to put 300 on this game. Don't do that because that is a recipe for disaster and that is not how you make money long term in sports betting. That's how you donate and become a degenerate loser. If you guys are taking this bet and all the other bets that you guys are placing, make sure you throw those down in the comments so I can see exactly what you guys are betting on for the World Cup final. And if you have no clue what to bet on, like I said, click the link in the description and start your free trial with the Linemaker AI so you could have bets throughout the whole World Cup final and you could sit back, relax, and make some money. I'm Frank with Linemaker Sports. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, I'm out.